All right, going live now.
I'm sorry. That was.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm not your host, Nick Martucci. You know that if you clicked on this video. There's a lot of hints that I'm not running this one. And there's a lot of hints as to who is. But we'll get to that in the second. We'll pretend that it's something we're leading up to and not just something that's going to be
Josh?
great.
Yeah, it's me.
Before we get
Shit,
to
I gotta do some research.
Before we get to the show, that's okay. You guys want to have a conversation?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys, we're all going to get detention. Come on.
I'll turn the show around. Before we get to it, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. You should go and join the Facebook group if you're not a member of that. If you go to search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of this video, that's where you can get all the information about this show, including how to be on it, constantly bringing new people in. If you want to be one of those new people, reach out either on Facebook or on Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. Gonna start booking for November pretty soon, and also I believe there's still a spot available next Thursday, the 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're doing movies that feature monsters and or aliens. It's a broad topic. That's a great one to jump into. If you want to be a part of that, send me a message, any of those places, and I would love to have you on. Also, if you're new here, let me explain what this is to you. This is Inappropriate Movie Database. What's going to happen tonight is our host has gone to IMDb and pulled a bunch of parental warnings for a bunch of horror movies that she thinks we should see, regardless of quality or how that will benefit our lives. I guess I'll let her explain. These parental warnings, she didn't write them. I didn't write them. We don't know who writes them, but they are glorious people who have provided so much to this show. I'm thrilled for this because when we have a guest host, it means I get to play the game and I get to play against some real wonderful folks tonight. Joining me as contestants on the show are Marty Viscosi, Jenny Isme, and Josh Poirier. Your host tonight, you may know her from episode 90, where she hosted Traumatizing Movies. You may know her from episode 103, where she hosted Sexual Awakening Movies. You may know her from her other 36 appearances as
the
as
entire month of October, Nick.
If you've been watching the show, you know her, you love her, she's wonderful. Sammie James, welcome to the hosting seat. Take the game over.
Hey, everybody, I'm excited. Okay, so tonight the theme is movies Sammie James recommends, horror movies Sammie James recommends you see. Now, here's the thing. I am not saying that all of these are my favorite horror movies. They aren't, okay? Some of them definitely are. I'm not even saying they're all good movies. Some of them certainly are not. But I am saying there is something in this movie that warrants a watch. Okay? And that might just be, oh, this is a dumpster fire. But there is a scene 15 minutes in that needs to be seen.
You know, it's going to be a really good show when it comes with an unhinged disclaimer right off the bat. This is going to be wild.
I will say that is not most of them. Most of them good fucking movies. Okay, I'm just putting it out there so that like when one of these movies is guessed, I don't get a lot of why are you recommending this? Well, anyway, I am so excited. I can't think of a better like group of people. And we're gonna start. We're gonna go in the order that you are on my screen. I'm right in the middle. I like this. Okay, so we're clockwise. Clockwise. Marty Viscosi. Hey, how are you?
Hello, I am good. I have Himalayan food coming in an hour and a half, so I'm great.
Oh, maybe we'll be done.
Maybe. Listen, you might not see me for a couple minutes because I live all the way at the end of the hall.
Yeah. Well, listen, this is my question. There's always a question asked. And mine is, what horror movie do you recommend?
Sinister
Maybe
2.
it'll be one on this list.
Sinister 2. Sinister 2. More
I'm
people
so
need to watch
surprised.
Sinister 2. Sinister 2 is fantastic. It is significantly better than the first Sinister. I think that it does a very good job of expanding on the lore. I think that it does ghosts really well. I think ghosts are really hard to make look good in horror movies, and the way that the physical manifestations of the ghosts are really cool, and like the movements and everything. And I just think that it does a really good job as far as sequels go. Also, James Ransone is hot as hell, and he hits a kid with a truck. So Sinister 2. That's my recommendation.
To work with children.
Yeah,
like a kid gets hit with a truck.
Spooky Kids. Spooky Kids is one of my absolute favorite genres, and I don't know, like, it's kind of chicken or the egg, but like Spooky Kids is one of my absolute favorite genres as a youth worker.
It's good. It's a good time. Yeah. Well, I will tell you right off the bat. Didn't use it. Okay. And also, not surprised because every horror movie conversation I have with you turns into this movie.
It's a good fucking movie. I watched it 5 times in this calendar year. Found out the other night.
Well, anyway, Josh, Poirier next. Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. So, like, I feel like you and me especially have been on a lot this month.
Yeah. Actually, I've only been on twice this month.
Really?
So
well, mine was on both of those, so that's why I think that.
Yeah, I mean, I still hold the record for most appearances about him, but you're catching up, really.
Oh,
you don't have that record, Josh.
I don't. Oh, well,
no, the
Am I
other
still
Josh has you
catching
beat
up?
by one
Oh,
or two.
Jesus, the other Josh. I keep thinking I'm him. I fell down the stairs the other day.
huh. Well, anyway, Josh.
My long-term memory is not much affected, but my short-term memory is gone.
Well, listen. I know you've seen a lot of horror movies. We will. I think between us, we've both seen a lot of horror movies. What's one that you recommend?
Well, I'm actually going to recommend the works of Takashi Miike, just because he's an incredible director.
Yeah.
He's one of the most prolific directors I've ever seen. He just does so many films. I'm gonna tell you which movie I do not recommend from Takashi Miike. Actually, I do not recommend Visitor Q unless you want to be extremely disturbed. That movie is twisted. It's probably one of the most twisted movies I've ever seen. It's not a horror movie per se, but it's the worst movie I've ever owned. Let's put it that way. But I do recommend Ishi the Killer. This is Ishi back. Not Ishi. This is I forget his character's name now. Tadanobu. What is his name? Tadanobu Asano. Incredible actor. And I also recommend Audition and Happiness in the Katakuris.
Yeah.
Which are all excellent films.
Okay.
Imprint.
Yeah. Nice. Do you have any more to recommend before we move on?
Zebraman. It's actually a lot of fun.
Okay. And I almost said finally. Like, fuck you, Nick. Well, there's 3 players tonight.
3 players and 1 guy watching. It's like we're cuckolding him on his own game.
Moving on, Jenny, Isme.
Penultimately.
So long.
Hi, I know. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm in like the spooky spirit. I'm feeling the vibe. We try to watch minimum 1 horror movie every year. That would be incredible. Every
How
day
often do you succeed?
in October. Rarely.
I keep failing.
just
every
in
year.
October?
Challenge. I'm pretty good.
I was
sorry.
like, yeah, me too. And then you said October, and I'm just like, oh, just October.
No. We try to do a horror movie every day in October. Ideally every day in September, but October is like required. And this is like there's a whole ritual to October in our house. It starts with like October's Eve, there's gift giving. We've invented holidays because humanists don't get to have fun. So yeah, that it's a big thing for us. So we've been watching a lot of horror movies. Very good.
Well, you get to recommend one. I feel bad saying one after Josh's.
I'm still gonna say two because you're not my mom. You can't tell me what to do. So, but my mom might be watching. I'm gonna recommend two because I went to the drive-in and I saw Pearl and Smile together, and it was just it was wine and cheese, such a pairing, really good together. Smile genuinely creeped me the heck out. It was a good one for a drive-in experience because it's all about how weird other people are. Other people making you uncomfortable. If that's your bag, get out there for Smile. Because when you're watching it in a car with like other humans walking around you, oh, it's heart pounding. We had to hold hands to go to the snack bar. It was very exciting. And Pearl is just art. Absolutely amazing. Mia Goth deserves so many awards. She's just extraordinary. I love her so much. I could go on. But yeah, X is good. Pearl is like perfect.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the last one in the trilogy.
And now I can actually say, and finally, Nick Martucci, you host this show.
That was me again.
Hi, Sammie. I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I have my co-host next to me. She is snoring. It is very cute, and none of you can hear it, and I pity you. But Nick, recommend a horror movie for folks.
Yeah, I will recommend one that is apparently very hard to track down. But I just rewatched it again recently after recommending it to you, and now I want other people to also see it. It's a movie from 2011 called The Dead Inside. And it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I love it. It is a horror comedy musical about a couple. It's a wedding photographer and a horror author. And the horror author has writer's block and can't figure out what to do, and her boyfriend brings home something he found at a wedding, and she gets possessed, and they have to deal with that through song. And it's like a real like low budget charm of a movie. That's what I would recommend, The Dead Inside.
Cool. Okay, so I am so excited for this game. Do you need to say something?
Scare Me was a great movie too. It was fantastic.
What did you say?
Scare Me was a great movie. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm done recommending.
Anyway.
No, so, Nick said author. It keyed on me that was a movie about an author that was fantastic.
Yeah. Listen. Horror movies about authors. You know, there aren't a lot of them. You know, just a whole bunch.
Sinister about an author, just throwing that out there.
At some point,
putting it on the table.
The host left.
Okay.
See what you did? You made Sammie leave.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to apologize for it.
We're sorry.
I like that two of you took responsibility for that.
Okay, everybody. There was originally going to be a mini game that I have just scrapped last minute because like it's not fair to anyone. And so instead, we're just gonna get this game started in the same order I just introduced people, because it's the order you are. Marty, would you like a movie? I don't go in order of year. Would you like a movie from 1981, 2019, or 1962?
I know like one movie that came out in each of those years. 2019.
It's not that movie.
2019. Why not?
All right. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Strong, for 5 points, strong, frequent swearing, including sexual vulgarity, including around children. A few uses of the C word. Multiple uses of fuck, including motherfucker.
What could that be?
Trying to figure out where the things are now. There we go. I'm never on this side. I forget where everything is.
Nick, what do you think this movie is?
I'm gonna guess Little Monsters.
Marty?
That fits the movie that I know from 2019, which is It Chapter 2.
Well, it is not It Chapter 2, but it is Fuck You, Nick. This is honestly one of my favorite horror movies that I've seen in the
It's
past
wonderful.
couple years. Little Monsters. Other clues are, well, it's a zombie movie. There is gore and blood. For 4 points. For 3 points, Dave is seen masturbating to a picture of a woman in a bathroom. No graphic imagery is shown. For 2 points, a celebrity adored by children humble brags that he had sex with more than 1,000 moms.
Maybe the best Josh Gad performance.
That's what I tell everyone. And
Better
for
than
1
Olaf?
point, for 1 point, which like it
Blasphemy.
would have helped anyone who'd seen the movie, but no one who hadn't seen the movie. Which like you think that's how clues work, but not always. Several zombies are decapitated by Miss Caroline with a shovel. The actual decapitations occur just off screen, but blood and the zombies' severed heads fall down and are shown. Well, that's 1 round. And I know the points right now. Nick has 5 points.
Fixed.
Marty, you're gonna be on time for that
have
Himalayan
0.
food. Gosh darn it!
And
No, I'm
Marty
coming in
has
strong,
-1,
and that's gonna be the
And I'm
worst.
really sorry. And this is the only time I will have the points. So please keep track of
I've
points.
got them going. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so Josh.
Yep.
Would you like a movie from 2017, 1979, or 2017?
79.
All right.
I couldn't decide between which 2017 I wanted.
I didn't even realize they made movies in 2017. That's wild.
It's only horror movies, I think.
Yep.
Everyone else took a break for a year.
Just
Okay.
Let him have the spotlight a little bit.
Okay. Contains blasphemous 5 points. Contains blasphemous language. E.g., Christ or goddamn.
I swear to fucking God, Nicholas.
Nick, what is
I've got points to burn, so I might as well guess. Is it The Omen?
It is not The Omen, but good guess.
Thank you for taking my guess away from me.
Okay. For sex and nudity, 4 points. A man briefly sits on the floor. You only see his backside, including buttocks and chest.
I think I remember that.
Okay. 3. A few images of a man and his clothing soaked in blood. There is a brawl where a man is pinned down and punched repeatedly.
Oh, take it. No, shit. No, I'm not going to take a stab at it. Stab because it's horror movies.
For 2 points, I think that's what we're at.
Yep.
The final 10 minutes are intense.
I'm going to take a stab at it. I might as well.
Yeah, okay. What do you think, Josh?
Is it Altered States?
It is not.
Oh, no. I tried. Bye, everybody. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Okay. Frightening and intense scenes. The opening 20 minutes are very creepy and intense as the psycho torments a teenage girl. The teenager, now grown up, receives a call from a killer while in a restaurant.
Oh, no. That's not what I think it is. Actually,
Nick, what is
wait, is it? Wait a second. Oh, go ahead.
Is this When a Stranger Calls?
Yes, it is.
So they mentioned the 30 minutes of the movie that are interesting.
All right. I have so many movies that like I'm going like 3 movies at a time, and then you'll just never see that movie. That movie will never be brought up, and you've missed some great movies. Okay,
I mean, you have to tell us at the end all of your recommendations.
Oh, I
You know
will.
that, right?
I literally I have a list that I'm working on right now.
Can I ask you,
Writing things down.
what are you suggesting about When a Stranger Calls? That 30 minutes, or is there anything else you like about that movie?
it really is just. There's some good scenes, but really, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jenny, would you like a movie from 1995? And really, I'm recommending it just for like horror history. You know, like it's like it's really.
It's
Like,
just
yeah, you
required reading. You have to get through the 101 level classes so that you can go to advanced labs. It's just a thing, you know?
Yeah. Would you like a movie from 1995, 1979, or 1985?
Oh, they're also scrumptious sounding, but I would like 1995, please.
All right. Okay. For 5 points. I don't believe there was any alcohol, drugs, or smoking. But if those things bother you, this movie definitely will. It's such a. Which, like, I don't know if that's true.
That's poetic, but what does it mean?
So poetic and so unhelpful at the same time.
Have you played a game that I host before?
I
Okay.
have, actually.
For 4 points. For perhaps 5 F words throughout the entire movie. Not a lot of language in this one. Not in any one scene. It is scattered throughout the entire movie.
So it's like
there is language in this movie.
This person just wanted to contribute but didn't remember anything about the movie.
no, this person doesn't know what a script doesn't know the meaning of the word script. They just think that all the words happen at one time in the movie.
This person didn't study.
Okay. For 3 points. The moments of harm are quite subdued compared with most entries into this realm, whether comic or otherwise. This movie has the best food. Okay.
You know what? No, I'm gonna guess something. I don't think
Okay.
it's it, but is it the Frighteners?
It is not, and that is somehow not on this list. It's a
Well,
great
then
fucking
you
movie
fucking
that you
tell
should see.
It's
Okay,
Jeffrey Combs' finest moments.
Nick Busey's only good moment.
now this will be really helpful for the 80s and 90s because there weren't a lot of these. For 2 points, it's a vampire movie, and there are a few scenes. They all revolve around vampire transformation and/or someone dying. There are a few scenes. Like it's like
Wait, what year did I pick again?
1995.
I
that
don't
it?
know.
Damn it.
Listen,
I'm
I'm
now
putting
taking
a
a guess.
hand up. I just don't know where it is.
Okay, go.
What movies came out?
Yeah.
Okay, Jenny, what movie is
What is
it?
it? Is it Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No, but that's
92.
no. That is a very that's a good guess.
I have my hand
Valiant
up too.
effort.
I have
Josh,
my hand up too.
Party.
Is this
Yeah,
Innocent
no, I
Blood?
know. Josh, what's this movie?
Is this Innocent Blood?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's why I guessed it.
Okay. Okay. Violence, gore, 1 point. They pull their punches on the moments that could be gory, apparently trying to keep this dark little comedy on the quirky side rather than veer into grisly and lurid. There is a bit of violence, but probably not as much as you might expect in a rated R vampire movie. There are a few scenes of gore during the vampiric transformations and some blood drinking of animals and humans. There was a gun scene as well as a couple of people being shot.
The only vampire movie I can think of from around that time does not fit any of that.
Oh, and that's not
Same.
the right year. Oh wait.
It could be. Jenny, what's this movie?
Movie Blade?
No.
That was 97. That's what I was gonna say.
I wish I
Okay.
knew what decade it was in, Josh.
This movie is. I don't want to say it's a good movie, but this is a movie that everyone needs to see. This is Blood and Donuts.
That's what it was.
I
I couldn't
don't.
remember the name of it.
I only know this movie because you've told me to watch it before.
Yeah, it's a ride.
Yeah, I'm listening to every clue being like, I mean, if they're talking about From Dusk Till Dawn, they're wrong.
I just remember Innocent Blood came out in 92.
The only
Okay,
movie I could think of was
idiot.
Little Vampire, which is not a horror movie, but has vampires and not drinking.
Little lip.
I remembered Lost Boys was in the 80s at the last second.
That's better than my other guess was gonna be Dracula Dead and Loving It.
What's that movie, Kiss of the Vampire?
Oh, Kiss of the Vampire too. Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't watch that movie, but also you might want to watch that movie. Nick,
Yes.
do you want a movie from 1985, 1988, or 2016?
Let's go 85.
All right. Oh, you picked a good year and a good movie. Listen, this doesn't help us with a okay, 5 points. Sex and nudity. The movie opens with a lengthy makeout scene. You know that one 80s horror movie?
Doesn't sound like a horror movie. Sounds hot.
Probably not one from the 80s.
Nothing bad could happen at a makeup.
What bad could happen?
Okay. For 4 points, profanity, some strong but infrequent languages, 2 uses of fuck.
That
I like
narrows
how
it down.
this person, put the asterisks on the U and the C, so like you don't know. So like, what word could it be?
Fork.
Josh, what is? I'm sorry, Nick. Nick, what?
I
what
mean, You've given me no indication, but I have to guess it at some point. Is it Fright Night?
It's my favorite horror movie. It's fucking Fright Night. Okay.
I'm gonna let Tadanobu play for me.
Okay. So, for 3 points, a vampire bites a woman's neck. Blood runs down her back.
Just Fright Night.
Okay. For 2 points, a vampire seduces a teenage girl. The vampire hypnotizes her and grabs her butt and lifts her skirt and rubs the inside of her thigh, almost touching her crotch. Wow, that scene is so much worse when described. There's no nudity, however. The same teenage character is seen earlier in the film as well. And like that's the worst way of describing that scene. The scene that launched so many problematic sexual awakenings. That's how they do that. Okay, for 1 point, violence and gore. Jerry Danvers and friend. Friend. Jerry Danvers' friend, Billy Cole, was not a vampire. Seen in Day, who is most likely a zombie. Friend.
They're
Sure.
friends.
If you haven't
haven't
seen
seen
Fright
this.
Night, it's amazing. And it's so gay.
I think I've been told to see it like while on this show like 4 different times now, and I still have not watched
3
it.
of them were
That's
probably me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
That seems so up your alley.
I know. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Why would I do that when I could watch Sinister 2 again? You know.
So, Nick, where
Yes.
are we on scores?
I really hate to say the scores right now, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
Oh no, go on, Nick. Tell us, what are the scores?
I'm in the lead with 8. Marty is right behind at -1. Jenny and Josh are tied at -2.
Absolutely.
It's
As
okay.
expected.
Can I just?
I believe in you, Jenny.
I
I
really
believe
wish
in you.
if I could go back in time, I would say that the other 3 of you should have listened to Sammie's appearance on Dork Forest recently, because that's the only reason that I'm getting some of this quickly.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nick's a real friend. He supports. He listens to a podcast I was on, and that helped him in the long run. He was able to guess movies. Well, you know what? I believe in Marty. Okay,
I believe in all of you.
I don't
Marty.
believe in me.
Marty, would you like a movie from 1968, 1990, or 1995?
I do want to say, for the record, you should not have faith in me because I have not seen a single one of the movies you've said so far. 1990.
Oh, you did a good. That's a good movie.
Marty, as someone who works with kids, you need to watch Little Monsters Like Tonight.
That one is legitimately on my list and like has been like the list that it actually exists.
Maybe Lupita Nyong'o's best horror movie in 2019.
Yeah, that was great.
What? Whoa. No. No.
For 5 points. For 5 points. 2 men get into a fight.
Oops, I don't have that. I'm not raising my hand there. Oh, wait. I'm going to say it.
Okay. Josh, what's this movie?
They Live?
No. And listen, I recommend it. It's not on this list. Other than Fright Night, I really tried to stay away from the, Sammie has recommended this to me many times. Movie.
That's the single greatest fight ever put on film.
Oh, it really is. Okay, for 4 points. One use of son of a bitch, a handful of F words, and some mild profanities.
That They Live?
Okay.
That house.
For 3 points, there is a redneck party with drinking shown.
Sorry, what
Wait.
year is this one?
Oh, wait. Wait a second.
1990. What do you think, Josh?
It's the Night of the Living Dead.
Yep. This is the Night of the Living Dead remake, and
Guess who
Listen-
just watched that 2 days ago?
I know, and I was like,
Maybe with Hellraiser.
all right. For 3 points, a man struggling to keep a zombie away slips and his head and hits his head on the edge of a gravestone, which makes his head bleed. Brief blood is shown on his head.
I'm glad it wasn't on his feet. That would have been weird.
Okay. These are 2 different clues, but I combined them for the 1 point clue. Okay. Tony Todd is shown and killed. Barbara shouts at him, shoots a man in the head. Blood is seen. Tony Todd is killed. Barbara shoots a man in the head. I mean, it's the Night of the Living Dead remake. We've already
Got
established.
it now.
So you're all out of order. Wait, it's Josh next, right?
Yeah, we just shuffled. It's like we shuffled the deck of cards. That was weird.
It's like, okay, Josh, would you like a movie from? I had to double check. I didn't put the year for a movie, but I remembered it. Okay, would you like a movie from 2007, 1990, or 1976?
Oh, it's 76.
All right.
It was a year old.
Okay.
Not even, actually.
For 5 points, people drink alcoholic beverages and smoke cigarettes.
Is this Night of the Living Dead?
No, that was actually one of the other movies. I put them right next to each other. So it was like, okay. For 4 points, 2 uses of hell, 3 uses of fuck, 7 uses of shit, 1 use of ass, 1 use of damn, 1 use of tits, 1 use each of pussy and tits. Why'd they say that twice?
By the way, Marty, can I just tell you that you went off screen, and I thought you were going to get your food. Then you came back with a cat, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Like, I can hear her, I can hear her fucking with something in the sink, but the angle is like, I can't see in the sink. I can only see her back legs. But like, there's like she has something. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is the 3-point clue. Long 2-minute scene takes place in a girl's locker room.
It's like, what? No.
Sammy, can you repeat that? Sorry. Also, for anybody who was wondering on the follow through on that, she was licking the faucet.
Yeah, Marty. A long 2-minute scene takes place in a girl's locker room.
Oh wait, what was the first clue?
The first one?
I'm just gonna. I don't need it.
Okay.
I forgot about those clues. Were just so. All right, I'm gonna go.
Josh, what's this movie?
Is this Carrie?
Nick, what's this movie?
I also have to say Carrie.
This movie is Carrie. I told you I was gonna throw some like legitimate. You've seen this, okay?
The cat's pulling this family down.
The greatest jump scares at the end of that movie.
Frightening, intense scenes. A girl has a bucket of pig's blood dumped on her. And you might wonder, how is that the 2-point clue, Sammy? Because the 1-point clue is Carrie's mother, Margaret White, is a religious zealot violently, emotionally, and even physically abuses her daughter. I told the 1-point clues in my games. If you don't get it, you haven't seen the movie, and you've also haven't heard of the movie, and you may not have seen movies.
A definite VeggieTales situation, Nick.
Okay. So, Jenny, would you like a movie from 2017, 2001, or 2016?
I would like 2001. What?
Okay. Okay, for 5 points. Several characters, including children, smoke cigarettes.
Yes.
That's
What year
true.
is
What
this?
happens in this movie?
What year was this?
2001. Now, this will be very surprising for a horror movie, but for 2 points, the main antagonist is a violent and terrible person.
It's
Okay.
down to 3 movies.
For 3 points, a woman is stabbed. We don't see it. A man is hit in the face with a cane. We do see it. We see blood. Okay. For 2 points, that's how this works. A boy is pursued by the ghost of a dead child. This can be quite intense.
That's one. I'm not going to guess.
I don't have any basis for this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And listen, I was looking off screen, so I don't know the order you raised your hands. I'm just gonna say, Jenny, what's this movie?
This is the least cheatable answer. Hey guys. I think this movie is 13 Ghosts. The 13 Ghosts. Is there a "the" on that movie? 13 Ghosts.
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
I know the year's off. But Sixth Sense.
Nick, what do you
I
think
know
this
the year's
movie is?
off.
I'm also going with The Sixth Sense.
I think the year's off at least.
Marty, what's this movie? You had your hand up quick.
I put my hand up because I'm sick of having -1 point. I'm gonna guess Devil's Backbone.
Oh, well, listen, it's not the other movies that people guessed. Marty, you get some points.
Yeah.
Devil's
Right.
Backbone.
It's
Yeah,
been a
I need
really
to
long
see
time
that
since I've seen
movie.
that.
Yeah.
Seen that movie.
For 1 point, a man is stabbed with pikes several times. We see blood and the actual stabs. Nothing too extreme, but it's the goriest scene in this film.
When you said there were kids smoking and somebody got hit with the cane, I was like, oh, so it's French, but
That movie's
And now I think it is Nick's turn.
It is.
Okay. Would you like a movie from 2003, 1935, or 1963?
1935.
You fucking asshole.
I mean, just you saying that makes me want to put my hand up.
One use of hell. Good heavens. In fool. 2 uses of shut up. Marty, what's this movie?
I think it's Bride of Frankenstein.
Josh, what's this movie?
Bride of Frankenstein.
Nick, what's this movie?
Bride of Frankenstein.
You're all winners. Bride of Frankenstein.
Sammy, I looked at this internet page like a week ago. I saw an exact clue and didn't use it.
I will tell you, the other I didn't end up using it because I put it in the mini game, but the Old Dark House is so good. And I know it's not this movie, but if you know James Whale movies, it's one of the other ones. Both of them equally pretty fucking gay. But anyway, the monster attacks various people and kills them, mostly off screen. Dr. Pretorius is very creepy and a dark character. Mary Shelley wears a dress revealing some cleavage. And for 1 point, the Bride of Frankenstein is much more intense and dark than the original. That's right. It's not describing the character. That is a clue that tells you the name of the movie.
This is
Four of the other clues.
So this is the movie I always guess. Abbott and Costello meets the Mummy.
And that made me laugh so much. I have the hiccups now. Do you know how embarrassing it is to have the hiccups as an adult? It really sucks. If you ever get the hiccups, this actually takes it away really quickly if you cut your hair over your nose and you deep breathe. So Nick, what are points?
You can also talk like
points
Bane.
right now. They're a little closer. I'm at 15. Josh is at 7. Marty's at 6. Jenny's at -3.
And the hiccups. Okay, so Marty, we're back to you. Give me a second to list. I closed the list. Give me a second. Okay. Would you like a movie from 1978, 1958, or 1960?
You said 60, 78, or 58? 78.
Okay. I love this movie. It would be weird if I didn't. You know?
No, it wouldn't, based on your preamble.
Yeah.
That is true. 5 points. Mild uses of hell. What is a mild use?
Not a real strong use of hell.
No.
Can
Like,
feel the intensity
like,
of the hell.
That's like hell, but not go to hell. Marty, what is this movie?
Taking a swing. Is it Suspiria?
No, but that's a very good guess.
It came out in 1978.
Okay. For 4 points, a woman dies of a heart attack.
Really for the Sixth Sense. Oh wait, that was what happened to me in the movie theater.
Okay, for 3 points, sex and nudity, none. Although Richard and Anne, lead characters, are briefly shown fully clothed in bed, and another character asks the factory tour guide if there's a pesticide that works for sex. On your face is showing so many stories, Nick. Okay. Let's see. For 2 points, the film deals with the subject of the Antichrist. So there are a couple of tense scenes.
That happened. Oh, didn't mean that time. Goddamn Parkinson's.
Jenny, what's this movie?
Is it The Omen?
Nick, what's this movie?
Is it The Omen this time?
It is not The Omen.
Is it
Am I
Omen?
going to?
Okay.
Is it Brian Omen?
I feel so bad, but I have. Okay. So, for 1 point, a man has his torso crushed between two carriages. Nothing is seen except for his legs going limp. A man drowns after falling through the ice at a hockey game. A high voltage wire crashes through the roof of an elevator, slicing through a man's torso, his body getting sliced in slow motion. Body innards are briefly seen. This is the most graphic death in the film.
The 1978 OSHA handbook. Tell about it. It's also one of my favorites. I see you.
Josh, what's this movie?
Is this The Omen 2?
Nick, what's this movie?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess just by the way you said no the last time that this is it Damien the Omen 2?
Yes, and listen, it is. I'm not gonna say it's a good movie, but there are scenes in this movie that need to be seen, and also it's a pre-gay movie. Okay, whose turn is it? Is it?
I believe it's Josh's turn.
It's my
Okay,
turn.
that's what I wanted to say. But okay, Josh, would you like a movie from 1981, 2011, or 1985?
Go with 81.
All right. My dog is snoring so adorably right now, and it is.
So is that a clue? Because I'll guess Cujo. That dog snored adorably.
For 5 points, some characters drink beer and smoke cigarettes and smoke weed. You will, if you get it on a 5-point clue that I picked, you're amazing. And
Nick, you're amazing.
listen, okay. For 4 points, a teenage boy is shown taking a shower. His butt is briefly visible.
This 81, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not the clue you want to get it on.
If it was a later year, I would have had a real solid guess, I think.
That's not the clue that you want to remember. Like, that's not the thing you want to take away from this movie. Teenage butt. I mean, you really don't want to.
Again, I'll say the movie after we say that it's not that movie.
Okay, for 3 points, a woman is killed with a large pair of scissors and then shoved through a window. Very bloody. Josh, what's this movie?
Just Pieces?
What?
Just Pieces?
Nope, no, but that's a good guess. Jenny, what's this movie?
Just throw mama from the train.
I wish it was Throw Mama from the Train.
I just really wanted to say that movie because it's like it terrified me as a child. So I think this is like, some
Okay, for 2
therapeutic
points.
to call it out.
For 2 points, a man attacks another man with a flamethrower, and he throws an axe on the guy's face, which leaves a large amount of blood. In another scene, a guy is burned alive.
The only thing I can think of.
What's this movie, Josh?
Just the Eradicator?
No.
Damn it, that's a flame thing.
Okay, for 1 point, Cropsey kills Glazer with shears, stabbing them into his throat, then lifting him up and pressing him against the tree while holding the shears, then drops his body on the floor. Very bloody scene. When Glazer is found dead, you see some of his skin hanging off his neck when found by Todd.
Run that by me one more time.
Okay. Cropsey kills Glazer with shears, stabbing them into his throat, then lifting him up and pressing him against the tree while holding the shears, then drops his body on the floor. Very bloody scene. When Glazer is found dead, you see some of his skin hanging off his neck when found by Todd.
Mickey Glazer died?
Jenny, what's this movie?
Is this Cropsey?
It's such a wrong year, but you like.
This is gonna be my new favorite game. Is maybe it's something like there's a connection.
Josh is gonna put his hand down because Josh's guess was Cropsey too.
Okay, well, this movie is
I'm the canary in your coal mine, Josh. I got this.
And that's the entire thing, right? I could just say movie. Okay. So this movie is a bad movie. It is not good, but you should all go watch The Burning. It is just historic.
Oh, The Burning.
Like, one of the first slashers. It is bad, but it is Jason Alexander's first movie.
And that makes it worse.
But listen, some of these, it's just like for horror history. Give it a watch.
Yeah.
And I really, you guys have just landed. I don't know how you got two of them. You got two of the movies that are just like, sure, put it on. And like you passed over some fucking gems. There's so many movies.
Yeah, that's the problem with putting a bunch of them on the list is you realize the ones that you really want to get picked aren't getting picked.
Oh yeah. And that's fine. Listen, I'm gonna read the entire list to you at the end. I'll even read the movies that were gonna be in the minigame. Okay? But anyway, Jenny, would you like a movie from going to another page? Would you like a movie from 2007, 2016, or 2017?
Is that the same years you gave her last time?
It might have been.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
It's gonna be 2007 for me.
Yeah, that's a good year. Okay. For 5 points, brief mention and showing of medical drugs.
I'm sorry, did you say medical drugs?
Yep.
So someone was pissed because they had pills. They showed like pills. Yeah, it was funny. So I thought it was going to be.
Okay, for 4 points, violence and gore. A man is shown being given an injection directly into a wound on his face.
Sounds familiar.
Okay. Okay, for 3 points, a man is bitten by another person. The biting is shown graphically. He is later shown numerous times covered in blood, as well as numerous close-ups of the bloody bite wound.
Why?
I'm going to love it if we get to the 1 point clue on this. Okay, for 2 points, several frightening, intense scenes ranging from sudden jump scares to not so sudden attacks. Mainstreaming in hand of the camera is very real and can cause one greater sense of fear and anguish. The film is very claustrophobic to occur only within a building and being in constant danger. The night vision sequence near the end of the film is very intense.
Yep. This is actually hilarious.
Josh, what's this movie?
This wreck.
Nick, what's this movie?
Is it Wreck?
This movie is. I will answer that by reading the 1 point clue. Wreck is often considered one of the scariest movies ever made.
It is. I actually just posted about this on Facebook today.
It's
About Wreck. It literally has these probably the scare. It's just by far the best found footage horror film that's ever been made.
oh yeah.
It,
Yeah,
it
it's-
literally
it's
feels
fucking
it
good.
feels incredibly real, and then when it just takes that twist, a little turn at the end where it just becomes even more terrifying.
Okay.
I love it. I love that movie. Love that movie. The sequels, however, I
I haven't seen them.
recommend
Okay.
them for just craziness, just pure craziness. Wreck 3
I think
is the best one.
it's Nick's turn.
It is. It is the last round of the game.
I think Nick's gonna take this one.
Is it? Is this the last?
This is the last
You've
round
been
of the game.
around?
We have been around 3 times. This
Oh,
is
I'm gonna
number
give you
12.
different. I'm gonna give you different years.
I
Should
get
go
it. I also
2017.
try to force them at the end of a game.
Should go 2017, 2017.
You
or
know what?
2017.
2017.
Okay. Would you like a movie from 2021, 1942, or going all the way back up here, or 2007?
You know what? Screw it. 1942. Let's see what that old shit is.
Nice. Listen, this is a great fucking movie. Okay. For 5 points, some name calling.
It's a what?
For 5 points, some name calling.
Oh, Christmas Story. Oh wait, wrong topic.
For 4 points, some suspenseful sequences and implied psychosexual themes.
Oh, what year was this? 42?
42.
I know, I'm not going to guess here. Actually, yeah, no.
Okay. Okay. For 3 points, a man tries to tame a woman by kissing her briefly. Fuck that guy.
What did you? Oh wait, okay, yeah, it is.
Josh, what's this movie?
This Cat People.
This is motherfucking Cat People.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
The remake's excellent too, I think.
Oh, it really is. It's also on
really
this
good.
list. Okay.
Yeah, that's one I still have to watch.
For 2 points,
It's
a woman accidentally scares a bird to death. We see it fall limp to the bottom of his cage. She then takes the bird and throws it into the cage of a panther, who promptly eats it. For 1
I've
point,
never seen this, but that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
for 1 point, a cat, woman, creature stalks a woman on 2 occasions. Both scenes are accompanied with a creepy camera work and audio cues, more suspenseful than scary. And that's the game, I guess. Nick, tell us.
Our
what-
final scores tonight. Jenny at -6, Marty at 5, Josh at 11, and then I got 17.
Have you won all of my games, Nick?
I don't remember. We are on a very similar wavelength with movies.
Well, I will read the entire list, and then I will ask you all to, what you have to, plug. But here we go, and I'll start with the minigame. The minigame was going to include The Beast Must Die, Ganja and Hess, Bit, and The Old Dark House. How are there 4? Because I was going to start you with the mini game and just be like, whoever gets this, you start with a point. You know? But we didn't do the mini game, and that's fine. You should watch those movies. I mean, the Beast Must Die is more fun and like interesting than a good movie. But like, you know, watch it. So the list from the start, we had Dead and Buried, fantastic movie.
Great movie.
Little Monsters, Carnival of Souls, Thelma. That's about a psychic girl who, When a Stranger Calls. I don't know. I put it on there to put it on there. Terrified, Blood and Donuts, The Brood, which I consider one of the scariest fucking movies. There are scenes from that movie that'll be etched in my brain. Fright Night. I just saw this. Fright Night 2. It's actually a damn good movie.
Right, and 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I avoided it for so long. I'm like, there's no way that's good. But it is. It's a damn good movie. Train to Busan, Night of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Demon Night, Trick or
Demon
Treat,
Night. Yeah.
Exorcist 3, Hear Me Out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I won't.
The choice, Sammie.
Hear Me Out. Listen, there were scenes in that movie that you need to see. Okay, so it's on there. I'm not gonna say it's a good horror movie. I'm not even gonna say it's a good horror sequel. But you need to see. There were scenes in that movie that like you need to see. Okay, it's a very disjointed movie. It's like a good movie, and then it's a really bad movie, and then it's like, what the fuck is that? Carrie, Get Out, Devil's Backbone, The Eyes of My Mother, which fucked me up.
Oh, that's on my list to watch. Should I watch that tonight?
I mean, maybe.
You got plans for tomorrow?
It fucked me up. Like, I'm like, am I gonna be okay? Like, yeah, is this gonna keep me awake?
It might. Tale of Two Sisters, which this is a movie that there is a theme of this movie that normally when a scene like this happens at the end of a movie, I say fuck this movie. But that is how good this movie is. That it ends and I'm like, yeah, people should see that. Okay, and I'm not gonna ruin it for the people watching. I'll ruin it for all of you after we aren't live anymore.
No, I want to see this movie now. You're selling
You've
me
never seen
on
Tale
it.
of Two Sisters?
No.
You are missing out.
And Marty might know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like
100% agree.
I'm like, you know what?
It's
I'm
one
not
of the
mad.
few times I love that trope.
Yeah.
Good examples.
Okay. We got Bride of Frankenstein, The Haunting, Damien, The Omen 2. See it. It's a good movie. The Horror of Dracula, Eyes Without a Face. It's a good movie. The Burning, Attack the Block. If you see one movie off this list that you haven't seen, see Attack the Block.
Yeah.
And that is high praise when you look at the other movies on this list. And when you look at 80% of the other movies on this list.
That's what you're gonna say. If you see one movie on this list, make an Exorcist 3.
Okay. We got The Burning. It's not a good movie, but watch it. Cat's Eye, which it is such a bad movie.
Oh, it's terrible.
I love it though.
I
absolutely love it.
Honestly,
it's such a chore.
There are few movies on this list that I love as much as that movie.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's Stephen King's short stories, which I love more than his novels. So
we got Wreck. We got The Wailing, which it's a movie, give it a shot. We got November, which is a fucking weird fucking movie. It's worth a watch. You might turn it off, you know. But there's some weird shit in that movie. Give it a shot. We got Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I went with the 1978, but they're all pretty good. We got Troll Hunter.
Troll.
Found footage. It's great. It's about a troll hunter. We got Scream. We got the new Scream. Okay, I enjoyed it. I thought like it's worth a watch. Is it the best movie ever? No. Should you give it a shot? Listen, I found some merits. We got Autopsy of Jane Doe. Jesus Christ, that movie. We got Theater of Blood.
Yes.
Fucking Vincent Price. There had to be some Vincent Price movies on this.
What a glorious time.
I would have put the Abominable Dr. Phibes up there because that's one of the best Vincent Price movies.
We have Vincent Price's best movie ever, Monster Club. Have you seen Monster Club?
I don't know Monster Club.
Oh, it is. I am being sarcastic. It is fucking. It's a movie. That's what I'll say. But no, it's a fun time. You'll enjoy yourself. You got Vincent Price hanging around with like people in rubber costumes playing monsters. It's a good time. We got Monster Party, which is pretty good.
Excellent movie. It's Blue Ruin and Green Room, which he also did, were also amazing.
We got Blackula.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, you might say, "What the fuck's that doing on your list, Sammie?" But if you have seen it, you know what Sammie's talking about.
It's one of my
I love
favorite.
So many things about that movie.
One of my favorite vampire movies. As somebody who doesn't love that genre.
Yeah.
I love so many individual things about that movie so much.
Long time.
We got The Wicker Man. Watch it. It's an experience, okay? And I mean the 1970s Wicker Man.
Yeah.
The Nicolas Cage Wicker Man is another experience. Watch that too, but for different reasons and also the same reasons. This list is really long.
I'm gonna go back and watch the YouTube video later to see what I missed.
We're almost done. We got the original Godzilla. Watch it. We got Wolf of Snow Hollow.
I still gotta watch that one.
It's a good time. We got Dead Heat, which is not a good movie. But just watch it, okay? It's like, listen, do you want to have fun or do you want to see a good movie? Do you want to hate a movie so much you enjoy the movie? Watch Dead Heat. We got Thirst, vampire movie. We got The Host. Both of those are Korean movies. We got Lake Mungo. Fucking, you want to be destroyed by a movie.
Wait, so you have The Thirst, but is The Hunger on this list too? That would make a dope.
That's a double feature.
Yeah.
It's like Smiling Pearl because the pearly whites. Sit on that joke for the entire show.
Was it worth it?
No, it was not.
We got probably the closest Sammie went to this movie will fuck you up, you irredeemable, oh my god, violent, gory, what the hell is wrong with Korean horror movie makers? On this list, we got I Saw the Devil.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, watch it if you don't have plans for
For a week.
like this movie. I still think about this movie.
Do not watch it with friends. Just watch that shit alone and pretend you never saw it.
We got The Beast Must Die. How is that also on the list? It's on the list and the minigame list. You gotta watch that twice. We got Tammy and the T-Rex. It's a bad movie, but you are gonna
Great movie.
you're gonna
Oh, wow.
we have 3 more movies. People have stopped watching. I'm sure. We got the new Hellraiser. Watch it. It's good.
Okay.
We got Cat People. And we got 2021. I really liked this movie. I saw it in theaters. Fucking Black Phone.
Great.
And that's the list. I could have made this so much longer.
Black Phone is also a good James Ransone movie, just throwing it out there. That's the first movie that I saw in theaters back from quarantine because it had James Ransone in it.
Yeah. Well, that's the game. And I'll start with you. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to start with you, Nick. You won. No, I'm going to start with Jenny. What do you have to plug? What's going on with Jenny?
I wish I had something to plug. I don't have anything. I got lots of stuff I'm working on and absolutely nothing to shill whatsoever. Somebody give me something. I'm really into apple cider right now. I'm gonna say buy some apple cider. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna recommend. That's what I'm pitching, apple cider conceptual.
Glad somebody's finally.
Marty, what's going on with Marty?
So much. Thank you for asking. I am in the Twin Cities. If you're in the Twin Cities, you should go to Himalayan Restaurant on Lake Street. They're really good, and their delivery comes 20 minutes fast when you don't want it to. But
and they give you a pat.
Yeah, should we do like an unboxing? I will actually be in Massachusetts if anybody wants to hang out from this coming Sunday to like the day after Halloween.
Sweet.
Throwing that out there. I'm allowed to have friends for a little bit because I'll be on vacation. I also bake things on the internet if you want to follow me on Instagram. Made by .Marty.
Yeah.
Very
and
good
now
at this.
moving on to who I think won this game, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you have to plug? What's going on?
The only thing I got to plug right now, because I'm going to be on your show on the 17th of December. Which is good. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm performing on JD Stevens' show in January at some point. And I did want to say that I've also joined the apple cider train. So that I was convinced.
Thank you for joining me in this controversial but important issue.
But JD Stevens' show in January, and I'm still planning on bringing back Interesting Points sooner rather than later. So be on the lookout for that. And I don't use Twitter or anything like that for the most part, so you really can't find me. So bye. Thank you.
Yeah. And now, Nick, what do you have going on?
I mean, before I wrap things up, I want to first say thank you for putting together another wonderful show. This was so much fun. And I'd added a bunch of movies to my list. So it was a success.
Start with I Saw the...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll throw that on now.
Yeah, start with that and don't ever come back to the rest of the list.
I'm just going to talk about the show. So, Sammie our wonderful host, do you have anything that people need to check out?
You know I do. I run shows. I run Zoom shows. One of them is The Waiting Room, which 2 people here will be on in December, but I'm not talking about December, okay? This Saturday, October 22nd, we got The Waiting Room. And we got a fantastic lineup, okay? We got Zoe Dixon from Philly. We got Luce Michelle from New York. Carrie Ross, I think at one point from Boston, currently in New York. We got Kelly Zemeckis from Canada. We got Teal Pierce. Teal Pierce is on it from St. Louis. And I feel like I'm forgetting someone. And no, that's 5. That's 5 people. Yeah. I'm hosting. Maybe that's who I was forgetting. And okay, so Halloween. We got 2. I run a show every Halloween, and by that I mean I ran it last Halloween, and I'm running it this Halloween, and I run it in character as my demon character, alter ego, the Lady Lord of the Damned. Okay, and I'm going to steal some comedian souls. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, and you can watch, and it's not just comedians. It's there's a magician. There's some music. We got drag. It's what else could you want? Okay, comedians, performers will be in costume.
You have apple cider?
Be possessed by a demon for an hour. And we got JD Stevens and Lloyd Legacy Sharp on the show. You can get those tickets and tickets to everything I run on Zoom on Eventbrite. Halloween Zoom show is a fun fucking time. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, we had guests last year, like the gags people put together for this are pretty great. We had a guest be murdered on screen, as it and then
murder.
You got away with it too.
It was clearly not. It's Halloween.
People cheered.
You would have
So
got
the
away
life
with it
leave
with
their
those
eyes.
meddling kids.
No, I'm just saying it was like a gag. It was clearly a gag murder. Or it's ah!
I have a feeling that Sammy's gonna pull off their mask and be like, "Oh my God, it's the old man! It's old man Withers." Old man Withers has been hosting all along.
And Maggie said Maggie would like everyone to know that Jenny won tonight. Okay, that's Maggie says Jenny won.
This is an old-fashioned who can be quiet the longest contest, and I had you all schooled. My mom would be so proud.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you to Jenny Isme, Josh Poirier, Marty Viscosi, our fabulous host, Sammie James. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook, search Inappropriate Movie Database, or click the link in the description of the video. Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. We do this show, for now, 2 times a week. Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel. This is episode 132, so there's got to be at least 200 hours of this show for you to watch. Some of it's pretty good.
I've been on so many of these.
Everybody's here has been on a bunch of shows. 3 of them, all of them. No, this is a whole hostful show.
Yeah, we've all hosted.
You've all hosted the show before, so if you want to see any of that, search for those episodes. We'll be back on Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, with movies that audiences and critics disagree with. A topic that's sure to help no one.
I know that.
I don't know.
I mean, it's October, so
You might be. I think you are, and then you're not on the last one.
Yeah,
Every time
I will never stop being mad about being busy that Thursday.
I feel like every time Nick says the name of an upcoming episode, Sammy's like, "Am I on that?" The answer's usually yes.
I have a problem.
If you want to be a part of the show, reach out on any of those social medias or find me anywhere. I would love to have you on. Let's keep bringing people on. We've been doing this now for over a year and a half, and it's going to keep going as long as people